Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave of the day, and today we're going to be using Stirling's Ramblin' Man. What can you say about Rambling Man? Well, the first thing that comes to mind, whale puke. Yep, ambergris. Well, it's like bam, right in the face. It's like, this is one of those scents where you're like, well, I like a lot of what I'm smelling, but there's that one little bit is like, I'm not so sure. But when you lather it up, it sort of disappears. Yeah. So it smells better lathered up than I do smelling it off the puck, just to be honest. But I smell cedar, a little bit of citrus. What else is in there? Something else. It'll probably come to me, pop in my head. But yeah, that's what I'm smelling. Not bad. It's like some people may really enjoy this scent, but like, it's one of those ones that's just right on the verge of liking a lot, but just like, I can tolerate it. And then we're using the King C Gillette with the different handle with winter blades, platinums, third use. We'll see how these get along with kind of a mild razor. We went from what the heck did I use? Oh, it was a crisp razor, yeah. Then you follow up with a little bit of Avon Wild Country. For me, Wild Country is one of my favorites. Sorry about the hack. It still hasn't gone away. And it's like wake up in the middle of the night, choking to death. Is the phlegm ball. It's like I'm a cat or a heavy chain smoker or something. It's like all the crud in their throat that builds up. It's like one of those things where one of the meds I was taking is nasal spray to help dry out my sinuses. It's like insurance says, no, sorry, man, you can't have it anymore. And now it's like, not fun. Let's just put it that way. Sandalwood. There we go. I knew it was like suddenly pop in my head, and it's like, I'm smelling sandalwood. Which is not bad, which, you know. Bush. You've got sandalwood scented Bush soap from Duke Cannon. There we go. Duke Cannon. One of the soaps that I like using. I like the scent of it. Just like my wife's like, it smells like wood in here. And I'm like, yes, it does. I like it. Yeah. I know there's a lot of guys out there. It's like their spouse is like, what are you using? That's disgusting. And we're like, what do you mean it's disgusting? I like the scent of this. Kind of reminds me of anybody ever had a dog where they go rolling in something and they come back all proud that what they rolled in, it makes them smell better, they think, and you're like, get away from me, what the heck did you just roll in? Oh my god, dog, you're gonna take a bath, and after you give them a bath they're like, I smell like soap. That's kind of like us sometimes, I think. Are we dogs? I don't know. Well, every day we roll in our soap. Yeah. Things you find humorous sometimes. If you don't laugh every day, something's wrong with you. I don't know. It's like, I watch I'm still watching the Goldbergs. I think I'm in season 5 now. And Murray, you never laugh. You never have any humor. Life's too tough to have to laugh all the time. That's not the way I was raised. I was raised to be a cantankerous a-hole. I had one episode where Murray runs into all of his buddies and they get together. Yeah, we used to be called the Jokers, and they start telling their jokes. And one of them's like, are they called the Jokers because their jokes suck so bad? Yeah, I know. I think they find humorous and like. The strange thing is, a lot of it is like, reminds me of my own family. That my dad was a joker. He had bad, dry dad humor. And when he wasn't being, I know, many times it's like he'd work a 12-hour day and come home and he just want to sit in his recliner and break out a grain belt and just sit there and watch a little vegetative TV and relax and not think about stuff. And my mom was like, arr, 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 just go off. It's like, the boy said this boy said that. And he's like, well, what'd you do? Well, I spanked him or I hit him or whatever. Like, okay, what do you want me to do? And then she just nagging on. Finally, he just gets so mad and he just worked his way through all of this. It's like, it'd be, when you got 5 brothers and they, it'd be the one that had done something, and then he'd just go right through all of us, and it's like take care of the business with all of us, and whack us and spank us, and we're like, I didn't do anything. They're like, I don't care. You're probably guilty of something. Yeah, that was my dad. I remember the time. I think I told the story. Is like my older brother and I. We were at my grandparents. We spent Christmas at my grandparents, and my brother and I. We both got BB guns for Christmas, and they were like lever act 1883 style Winchester. They look just like a replica of those things, and so we had the BB guns, and it was like, oh, we were so proud of those things. We put them in I was like 9 or so at the time when I got mine, and we put them in the guns closet or cabinet. I guess it was a cabinet, and we went down to my grandparents and spent, because my brother and I would go fishing, we'd go ice fishing with my grandfather. And while we were gone, my 2 brothers and my other one we had a Red Ryder Daisy BB gun also. So they decided to do a shootout at the OK Corral upstairs in the house. They shot windows out of the house and shot each other up. They look like, I guess, after the fact, it's like they look like they got into a nest of hornets. They were just all welted up and bruised, and it was something. My dad and mom, they come picked us up, and we got all the fish and stuff. We took it back home, and the entire time my dad was just seething. And when we get home, he just laid into us too and spanked us. Like, I never want to leave out the police window. You think money's on a tree? And he's like just going off and just yelling at us. And like, what did we do? We didn't do any of this. Oh man. We took it all outside. We were smart enough to do that. But yeah, let's just say, eventually, everybody had a BB gun in the house. The 5. And one of the things we did, we called Suicide Run was the name of the game, where 2 of you would. We had a post right next to the barn, a big old giant wood post that was the corner post for the fencing. And we put a little flag on it, and your job was to Sneak in. He's like, you give an hour, you go out an hour off on the farm someplace on the periphery, and then the other 3 would sit and wait and try to ambush him. And we all had BB guns, so you know if you got shot. And before there was paintball, this is kind of stupid stuff we did. So you'd sneak in, and your job was to grab that flag, and if you did, you won. Well, I was pretty good at it, because one of the areas we had a low spot that had kind of like a intermittent stream. It was like if you had really a lot of rain, heavy rain, it would run water through it, but most of the time it was just like a drainage ditch type thing, low grass or kind of tall grass area. And I would be able to, I'd low crawl. Literally, I learned all my tactical skills as a young lad fighting against my brothers, which came in good use when I was in the Army. And many times, it's like, of all of us, I was the one that won the most times because I was able to sneak in. And then we had some areas where we had stuff flying everywhere. Alfalfa fields and a little bit of corn here and there, or oats. But the farm, we did have some wooded areas, but to get out of the wooded areas, you had to go through open terrain. And they would see you coming, so they would just focus on you and get you. One guy would stay back, and it was like, guard the post from a certain angle or so. You couldn't guard all areas because there's dead areas because of the barn. So if you came in from a certain direction, they couldn't see you without having to go on patrol. And that was one thing I learned, was that the art of sit there and then just wait for the patrol to go by. And then when the patrol is by, you go sneak up. And then they come back around. They'd be sitting there looking around. It's like you just sit there and wait, quiet like. Ugh. I feel like someone's sitting on my chest again. Right back to when I had COVID. And you wait there, and then when they go back, turn around, go around. It's like just like in the movies. And the patrolman's like looking around. I don't see anybody, and then they take off again on their patrol. And when they do, you make your move, and eventually, just as they go around the corner of the barn, you like, hey, got it. And they go, argh! Sometimes when you won, they turn around and go, shoot you anyway. Like, hey, ow! What'd you do that for? Yeah, that was the kind of stuff we did as kids. Yeah, there've been a few times. I remember once when we were, it was like my one brother and I were, I think it was Mike. Yeah, we were the two that were going to go out and come back in, and it was a barbed wire fence that we were going to cross over, and this is how they would do stuff. It's like I was holding the barbed wire fence open, and then just as you're going through it, he'd let go and go like, ting, ah! You're hanging up on the barbed wire fence. Yeah, with brothers like that, who needs enemies, right? Yeah. Not bad. It takes a little more effort with the King C Gillette to get a smooth shave, but you can do it. It's like this winter blade is. Oh, there's a spot right there. There we go. You can get the job done. Yeah, had my druthers. You know, if I was just using one razor the rest of my life, to be honest, if I was just one that you could just go in this buy in the store or out of you know, one of the order online, probably be the Mercor 34C would be the daily driver I would use. But since I have all these others razors, I can rotate through stuff. But yeah, it'll work it. No tugging yet. So it's telling me the blade's working good. So otherwise, not bad. And I pretty much do I do a fourth pass, to be honest. My fourth pass is my third pass. Third and then fourth, all at the same time. Because once I go over it, then I just kind of pick and see right where everything's at. There we go. Oh. Now, could you use a King C Gillette the rest of your life? Sure. If that was the only razor you had, it is possible. Because if that was the only experience you had with shaving, classical shaving, it would be all right. But we're spoiled. We have all kinds of goodies. Excellent razors out there that we can just pick up and go with. Nice residual slickness too on this soap. So like I have to say, I think Stirling's kind of like the standard now for how you kind of set the bar for shaving soaps. And PA is, they got their two different versions, but $20-something for a tub of soap. I suppose if that's the only, if you bought just one soap and that was all you ever use, it might be okay. But I know some people take a melon scooper and just go into their tubs and scoop out a massive tub or hole out of it, and you know, it may not last you as long. I'm a scraper. Then I got my little spatula and I just scrape, scrape off the top. Well, that'll last me a long time. Not to mention when you scoop out a big hole out of it, you just increase your surface area, and then surface area also helps with degrading your scent. So just because there's more surface to the air, eventually oxidation and everything will degrade stuff. But I try to keep the surface area down. That comes from Mr. Science there. Alright, wait there. It's like the residual slickness is just so good in this stuff. I think we're done. Took a little while, but you can do it. King C Gillette, I would say at the end of the spectrum for being mild, but you can still knock off the beard and give yourself a smooth shave. Alright. Don't forget to get behind your ears. Nothing worse than leaving soap behind the ears. All right. A little blob of soap there. Okay. And we're off and running with Avon Wild Country. It's a wild, it's the Wild Wild West. Man, it smells good. A little bit of tingling right here, just a tad. You can tell the usual transition. Man, oh, I can smell the sandalwood and a little bit of citrus. None of the ambergris that popping in. So there's that's that good part of it. So I suppose I would be curious how the splash would be if you smell the ambergris more, or do you smell the musky sandalwood cedar scent coming across when you use if anybody used Ramblin' Man splash, let me know. I'm just curious at the end here. So that is the shave of the day, brought to you by Stirling's Ramblin' Man. Yeah, definitely cedar and sandalwood, but that ambergris, not so bad now. My nose has actually probably gotten used to it. So it smells good. Okay, that's the problem I have with this. Like when I first take it out, it's like, ugh. All right. Just being honest. If you can't be honest, why go through life? So, King C Gillette with third use of the winter blades. They work. Hey, I've got my third shave out of it. No problem with a mild razor. So it can be done. All right, so hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with a friend, and we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.